this is Vito Gesualdi here for GameZone.com, and I'm with James Vance, the assistant producer of Lost Planet 3. How are you, James?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We just checked out Lost Planet 3, and I got to tell you, it looks really fun. And not only does it look really fun, I was playing it, it is really fun. This looks like one of the best Lost Planet games that we've seen yet.
Yes, it is the best Lost Planet game yet.
It's really good. I know that we were inside the mech, and from the first minute I started playing, I was having fun all the way through to the big boss fight, where I then ended up getting my ass kicked.
Well, I'm glad to hear you had a good time. Yeah. It's interesting that you bring up the mech, which we call the utility rig, because that's the first time that we introduced the first-person perspective to the Lost Planet franchise, right? I think you can attest to the fact that because of that first-person perspective, you really get a sense for the scale and the strength of the utility rig that you're using.
It's very cool to be inside this giant mech walking around, and then there'll be little achievements where you'll have to climb out of it and end up going off to it, and usually getting attacked by monsters along the way.
Exactly.
But it's a very cool interactive element where you're constantly leaving the safety of your giant robot.
Yeah, that's a good point. And actually, the giant robot that you have here is your home away from home.
Right.
The main character, Jim Payton, it's actually his rig. So we call it a rig in a sense because that's what it's called in the game, but also it's almost like an 18-wheeler, long-haul trucker's rig. And so you want to keep this rig with you for the whole game. It's not like the vital suits in Lost Planet 1 or 2 that you kind of use for a little bit and then throw away.
This is your baby. This is your truck.
Exactly. You want to keep it...
Your rig!
Exactly. Exactly. That's right. Exactly. Yeah, so, it's your home away from home. It's your lifeboat amongst the extreme conditions of life.
The song Convoy is coming to mind right now. We got a big space convoy.
Woo.
License that for Lost Planet 3.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, you can't play your own music while you're in the rig, so...
There you go! Everybody knows what custom soundtrack to be using. Yeah. Now, Lost Planet, it's been an interesting series. It's had an interesting history. The first one, kind of under the radar. The second one was a lot bigger, a lot more action-packed, kind of a mixed reception. What's being changed up for Lost Planet 3?
Sure. Well, as you said, Lost Planet 1 was, we launched really close to the Xbox 360 launch, so I think that was a really poignant moment for us. And then Lost Planet 2, we focused on multiplayer.
Yeah.
Now we're going back before Lost Planet 1 in terms of the timeline. We're going back into the past, and we're basically focusing on a very strong narrative. We're developing this game between Capcom Japan and a company called Spark Unlimited here in LA. So that gives us the advantage, of having something created in English first and foremost.
A little Eastern, Western flavor there.
Exactly, yeah. So, we'll find that I think the narrative, the way that we present it is much more engaging, I think, than the previous titles. The structure of the game is different as well. Lost Planet 1, and in particular Lost Planet 2, are kind of more arcade-based games, level-based games.
Yeah.
Here we have what we call a hub-and-spoke structure. So it's actually one giant world that's all interconnected. Of course, you can't access everything from the beginning, but as you play through the story, more and more of the world opens up, and you can choose to do side missions or go on main quest missions. So it's more about exploration, action, adventure.
And really checking out this whole ice world and getting your ass kicked by space monsters.
Exactly, and kicking their ass.
Yeah, we're going to bring it right to them. I'm going to stab them in the face, right?
Exactly, shoot them in the face. Yeah.
Well, hey, it looks like a ton of fun. When can we look to see Lost Planet 3?
You can find Lost Planet 3 on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Windows PC in the first quarter of 2013.
All right, well, we'll be looking for it. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.